Hello everyone, this is Nitin here. I hope you are doing great and you are learning and improving. In this watercolor lesson, I'm going to talk about how to enjoy your watercolor. Right? Sounds very, it sounds very like a very layman. I mean, you feel like, okay, what's in it? But the thing is, the reason I'm just creating this particular video because I believe a lot of people, when they make painting, they just keep creating painting, over and over again and again. After several months, you feel like even after spending so much of time, your paintings are not improving, and there is a reason to it, right? And the reason is you are actually not enjoying your process. You are not enjoying the making the painting, right? So the basic thing to learn watercolor is how to enjoy this medium. The very first basic thing, that is something you need to develop, and we are going to learn in this video. Right? So how to do that is now just an example. I've been using in general terms. So you'll have to sketch and then paint layer wise, first, second, or whatever. So that is how we do it. Right? Now what about just break this rule, right? Break this rule. Now the sketches I'm going to make it through this brush, and I've just taken this reference image from my recent visit to Varanasi. Let's take this as an example and create one painting with this watercolor. The whole idea is for doing this entire exercise is how we are going to enjoy. We are not going to make a very interesting masterpiece. What we are going to enjoy the process. We are going to play around all these color and see like what all the things we are getting, right? That's the basic thing we are actually doing it. And now you see I'm using this brush which is not even a watercolor brush. So this is basically for oil color and acrylic color for certain other thing, but I'm using it because I want to have a fun with this medium. I just wanted to have a fun. I just want to enjoy. I don't want to restrict myself, right? So that's the basic the lesson you will be seeing in this video. Now let's go ahead and create this this sketch. And I'm doing this sketch with this brush, right? So now we have the temple, and we just made this temple here. Let's say you have a temple here, right? So this is the front temple we have, and there is another structure of this temple, and there is other which is actually vanishing. I mean, probably in a little far from your eyes, right? And let me just take a little bit of water, and there are some structure here. Basically, it's a beautiful Varanasi Ghat. So I'm just adding a little other elements like these umbrella where the pandits are doing pujas and all, etc., etc. So yeah, this is the this is the sketch, right? I don't know how you're going to consume this. You are agree this or not? But the reason I'm just showing you, jokes apart, I really want you to just enjoy this. Don't just restrict with the several technique and belief and several other the process and etc., etc. How about just go about and doing something? Just say hi. I mean, I'm just telling hi to my watercolor, and I'm not doing this. Actually, we are coming out of a mental barrier or the kind of anxieties we have. Yes, it's anxieties because a lot of people basically the painting is for stress buster, and let it be a stress buster, right? Why you are struggling? Why many people are struggling to make this beautiful, make it interesting, and all that? So we need to just move away from those side. Now you see, like I did this sketching. I don't know. I'm sure. 100% sure a lot of people will be able to paint some draw something like this. Am I right? Right. So this is what we have, and now let's start doing the paint, the coloring. So I'm just taking this burnt sienna, which is my favorite color. You can choose your favorite color, uh, and interestingly, I mean, it's not necessarily that whatever there in the subject you need to choose the same color. I mean, you're absolutely free to choose any other color also. So now you see, I've just made this. I've taken a lot of water in this moment, and I just pour it here. Now see, currently I'm using the only one color here, right? And now just going down, I'm just introducing the other color, which is ultramarine blue, mixing with burnt sienna, right? And a little bit of here. Just play around that, just play. I really don't care what the end output will it be. I just wanted to play, and that's exactly I just want you guys to. Now this is the color I want to enjoy. I just want to enjoy this the pigment of this entire thing. What about red? I've just taken this red color, which basically will go pretty much good here, and I want to see some how this entire thing is actually flowing around, right? I'll just take this. It'll give a very vibrant, good color, very interesting color, and I've taken a lot of water again, so I'll get a very nice flow around that, right? And now you have another the temple here, and I'm just to use this for this purpose, right? The another one here, it goes here, right? And now there is a vanishing. Actually, it's a little far from this area. It's a one temple which is slightly far, right? So I'm just going there. I want to paint this. So how you will depict that? You'll have to depict with some lighter color, or probably using the same color which is a lighter version of this, very light version of this color, right? So I've just taken this. Now you'll see like okay, some variations coming in, right? Are you able to see this? Is it coming in my video? Yeah, it's coming. Cool. So sometime I do this, I'll just keep painting. I will be in a flow, and I'll later on the point I realize that my camera didn't capture anything. So that's the another complexity. But yeah, this is what actually I want to say. Now you have one temple, second temple, and some one more temple which is slightly far in a distance. Let me see my reference image. I'm just saying that, and now you have here. So let's go back to this ultramarine blue, and it's coming here. The structure is something like this. I'll take this again, the same color, ultramarine blue, and mixing with burnt sienna, right? Something like this. And if you wanted to give a little more depth here and there, you can just play around that when things are still dry, right? But don't overdo that. We'll work after some time. And now the structure goes something like this. Probably we will have a few people here, or there is a what's called the umbrella, where the people are doing worship and all that. So those things we can do that. And you have these are basically the clouds. So don't forget the cloud, and we have these clouds, skies, beautiful clouds are floating around. So that is something we need to bring in here. By the way, I mean this brush is not meant for watercolor, but I'm just doing it because I enjoy. I'm just enjoying this, and trust me, I'm just doing this the first time. So this is the this is the way you can make this cloud and stuff like that. There is no right or wrong way. You can just do it, whatever way you want, however you want. The water will adopt its. All right, and probably a little depth here somewhere, and we can make a lot of people here, right? All right, so this is what it is, first layer. Just consider this as your first layer. Let it dry. Don't work until it's not completely dry, right? So we'll come back again once it's got dry. All right, so now you see this is completely dry, and now this is the time when we can go for second layer. And now you see, like, I grab this this brush and I say ta-da to this brush. So so yeah, and the reason is because we wanted to make a second patches which is bold, beautiful, and full of confidence. that's the basic rule, right? So for doing this, I've just taken this brush, and again I've just used the same color, ultramarine blue and the burnt sienna, and just starting with here, I'm just giving a little bit of kind of I wouldn't say it's a detail, but it's the mostly about some patches here and there, which should be absolutely beautiful, bold patches, and not with a full of you mean what I'm saying, because I know, I mean, a lot of people are just saying, oh, okay, so now I should do like this, like this, like this. The moment you start doing something like this, you're gone. I mean, you're not enjoying this process. I mean, to make this, especially if you are really keen to learn the loose sort of watercolor, full confidence, and enjoying this entire thing, you'll have to take a courage. You have to take a courage and make something really bold and beautiful patch. So doing that, you just need to just follow this particular way. You can mop extra water from your brush, and you can make kind of it's like a more like a what do you call, you can remove a lot of water from your brush, so you'll get some sort of texture, and that is something like very interesting to see, right? Now you see, I'm just doing this one like this to get a feel of the light which is actually coming in here. So I wanted to give a lot of prominence here, because the lights are actually falling here in this area. That's the goal. Okay, so if you look at the reference image, you'll realize that how complex that structure is. But what we are doing is, we are not over with the complexity of that structure. The temple, there is a lot of ornamental details and stuff like that, but we are not painting that, we are not capturing all of it. We are just bringing the kind of impression, that's all. We just don't need to completely detail out each and every part of it. I mean, so you can do that, but in our case, when we are doing this as a more like a loose kind of artwork, so that time the approach should be something like this, right? Playing around depth, light, where should be depth, how you are giving a light. So this is all about that. This is absolutely all about that, right? Okay, I hope you're you're following me. So these are all the small detail which you can bring in here quickly and enjoy. Enjoy whatever you are getting. Just don't be just take any sort of a thoughts that what happened if I'll just do something like this, what happened if I'll do. No, I mean, you just do it and just see what you are getting eventually, right? That's the way. Now just imagine that things are actually falling here and you wanted to give us some shadows here which is actually falling. So this is what actually you can actually bring in here, something like this, right? The another thing I just want to say, okay, I'll leave it like this. Okay, first thing I forgot, did you subscribe my channel? Sorry, I'm not threatening you, but the thing is, you will be missing a lot of content, something like this, right? And if you really love watercolor and you really wanted to learn, then you first, the very first thing you need to do is subscribe my channel, and don't forget to click on the bell icon and keep checking my new updates. I post 1 or 2 times. I update my videos. I upload videos in YouTube. So those are very informative, so you can just check that. And you can also visit my Patreon page. You will be learning a lot many of this which will help you to learn watercolor and grow with me, grow with watercolor and paint the watercolor whatever however you want. So check my Patreon page. You will be seeing a lot of content like this which will really help you, which is really going to help you to accelerate yourself in watercolor journey, right? So check that, right? Did you subscribe my channel? No? Okay, that's okay. It's your call. But yeah, this is what basically I wanted to say. Sorry, I was deviating. So here we have the entrance, so we need to make this entrance here like something like this. And some are basically, there are a lot of as I said, there are a lot of architectural sort of detailing, so that also you can just capture here and all that, right? So this is what you have. And now there is, let me just take this and just next to this there is another temple, right? So that also we need to bring in here. So how to do that is the same approach, just zigzagging, jam, and just make this as the upper part of this temple. By the way, I visited this place last month, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful experience. You can see my other videos to get to know more about this my entire experience of this place. So yeah, and we are just merging this, and now you can play around the various structure or the shapes available there. You just, and now I told you, like, there's another temple which is slightly far, so that you can just see like how I'm just using this lighter version of lighter shade of the color in there, right? So something like this, and now you have something here, right? So I have to make this also, and now there is a lot of what you call there is a umbrella sort of thing, which actually used by the pundits there, whoever doing the worship. I did some of the things, so you can use that, this vibrant orange color, to representing those things. And it's all about the depth and the light, how you are actually bringing that up. And I don't know if you are noticing that the whole idea here is how to enjoy this process, how to make this entire process friendly, and not any sort of thoughts coming into your mind that, oh, okay, let's do this, what happens, I'm not going to do such kind of a crazy thing because things will get spoiled, I don't want to do this, I don't want to take this this strokes and all. Those things are, you have to just make sure that you are actually taking a step, or probably you are applying those color with more confident and more subtle way, I would say. All right, so I'm almost kind of done in this one, and let's take this. And it's mostly about how we are actually using the proper amount of depth and light. It's all about that, basically. Now I see this umbrella, and there are quite a few people standing here. Is it visible? I don't know. There is quite a few people here, so we'll also learn how to paint the people here, right? So in this one, there are quite a few detail here. That we can just take it later when this will get dry, like some of those things. All right, I hope you are getting what I'm saying. So these are the small depth that has to come. All right, so now let's paint the human figure here. So I'm just using this orange, very contrast vibrant orange, that will depict the human, right? I don't know whether it's visible. I apologize if it is getting cut off. All right, so but you are getting the sense, right? What I'm just trying to convey here, the idea is to just enjoy the process, apply the color, and look at how you are getting these entire thing as a composition, as a complete composition. Might be your composition initially it won't look good, or it'll not be as it is what you are expecting, but that's okay. I mean, that's the part of this. You have to do it in a regular basis, so you will see improvement going ahead, right? That's the goal. You'll have to practice this, you'll have to enjoy this, you have to make this as a practice that okay, I'm painting this, I don't have any expectation from this that I'll be making a super interesting painting. I mean, that's the thing. You'll have to just take it away, and doing that, you'll see you are actually eliminating the kind of expectation you are just setting yourself. So you can just scratch a bit here and there. And you can, there's no limit. I mean, you can just do whatever you want. Okay, and this is human figure, so I'm just making this a little more depth, because it requires a lot of depth here. So how I'm just using this depth here is using this ultramarine blue, and this beautiful depth here around this place. And these are the human figure basically. And now see these things are emerging, right? The moment you're placing the depth here in bottom, things are emerging. You'll see like, okay, what's there, all that. So this temple is basically just behind that, so probably we need to have one patch, beautiful bold patch here. This is the way you actually, you will grow over the time. If you'll just keep painting something like this, you will see like your paintings are actually improving, and things are getting more and more matured over the time, right? So now let's do the last few things here. Some face of these people. Right, something like this. I mean, it will be great. I mean, if you do this when this get dry, it will be even more beautiful. Right, so let it dry first, and once we are done, once this get dry, we'll be reaching to our final stage. All right, so now you see this is dried, completely dried, and this is the time where we'll do our final touch, right? So wherever it is required, some of the detail, I mean not detail, but it's more about some depth required, we can just play around that. So let's say if I wanted to give a little more depth here, a little bit somewhere to represent the velocity of this entire space, so that you can just bring it, definitely you can just bring that up here, right? So that's exactly I'm doing here, and there are quite a few things here in this area, so that also you can some patches here and there. And most important part is, when you're doing this, make sure that there should not be any thought. Your thought will not let you do anything, and that's exactly you see. Your painting may not be, good, not be pleasurable, but that's okay. For learning perspective, this is really useful. Okay, so just don't go by with the look and feel of this entire painting for now. Okay, what you need to do is you just need to practice this. You just see like what you are doing, how things are coming up here, how you are applying the depth and the light, how everything is coming together, all of that. So those parts are important for you at this moment. Okay, don't be ever just thinking about I'm spending so much of time, why I should expect some good work, right? So that's not a realistic thing you are talking about. I mean, you can expect this because this is your learning, this is your lesson. You are actually learning something, right? So when you're learning this, then don't expect that the things will be as cool as you want in a first place. let us just give some time. Watercolor need your time, need some certain dedication, certain things from you. That is something you can learn from this, right? And as I told you, please check my Patreon page. Please visit there and enroll in whatever and whichever is basically suits best for you, and you will see some amazing content for you to learn and grow with that. I'm sure that you're going to have, you're really going to like it, because there's a lot many activities I do in that particular space, so you'll have a really good time here. So there are quite a few things which is there, which we need to capture here in this particular area, right? I hope you are able to see this, right? And yeah, and some wires, stuff like that, you can definitely you can bring in. These are a small detailing here and there. You can make some other thing like this and pouring a little bit of water here, and you'll get a very interesting the bleeding here in this area if you do something like this. So do some kind of crazy thing. So these crazy things basically gives you a lot of learning, basically a lot of learning, right? Instead of just being a very just thinking about should I do this or should I not, and thinking all that. So in that stigma, just come out that and enjoy the process, and this is the way you will enjoy. This way you will enjoy the process, right? So yeah, I mean, we are almost done. We come to that conclusion. This is how you will paint. So these are the human figure. Probably we can just define that a bit to make it more realistic, right? So just bear with me a few more minutes. So you will be getting what I mean to say. Okay, I hope it's not visible. Okay, let me just adjust a little bit here. All right, so this is now visible. Okay, so these are, you can say that these are the human figures. Confidently you can say, even people are not believing, you believe yourself. Okay. So that kind of a craziness you need to have, because ultimately this is first is you who's going to enjoy the painting. This first, you have to accept this. First you have to enjoy and accept this, whatever you are actually doing, right? So all of these are really important for you to learn and grow in this particular medium, right? So last thing, I will make head, face, whatever it is. Okay, actually ideally it should dry first, but that's okay. I mean, when it gets dry, things will come. So you can just scratch a little bit here and there and just see what it is coming. Probably just make a head, flow, and whatever it is, and you are done. You are actually just made your masterpiece. Doesn't matter even if it is you're happy with this or not, doesn't matter. You need to enjoy this. You need to accept this, and just say yourself that yes, I did something really wonderful. That's the kind of a temperament you need to have, guys, and I'm sure that you enjoy this, and I'm hoping that I'll be coming with a new video very soon. I told you to subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon, and please visit my Patreon page to support me to create something like this, right? I need your support. So thank you so much, everyone. I'll be coming with a new video very soon. Till then, take care, enjoy, and create something amazing, right? Without any hesitation. Take care.